In our company, communication is the engine of our workflow. Every email should clarify a task, not clutter an inbox. To respect time, we follow these standards for precision and professionalism. To master email etiquette, we don't need to memorize 100 random rules. Instead, we simply follow the natural hierarchy of the email interface itself. We will break this session down into 5 key sections, working from the top down. First, the recipient fields, where we determine the hierarchy of the conversation. Second, the subject line, which grabs attention. Third, the body, where we manage tone and clarity. Fourth, attachments, ensuring files are handled correctly. Fifth, the signature, which seals your professional identity. And finally, best practices, where we master the workflow for maximum efficiency. What is email etiquette? Email etiquette is the unwritten email code of conduct that governs how we communicate professionally in a digital space. It is not just about being polite, it is about structuring your message with clarity and precision to avoid misunderstandings. You practice good etiquette by treating every email as a reflection of your professional brand, ensuring that your tone and timing respect the recipient's busy schedule. In this first section, we will focus on the recipient fields, defining who is involved in the conversation. We start with your identity, ensuring you use a company email address. Then we distinguish between the to field for decision makers and the CC field for observers. We will also cover how to use BCC, blind carbon copy, to protect privacy. And finally, we will cover the crucial rules for reply and reply all to ensure you don't create unnecessary noise. When conducting official business, strictly use your company email address. For company communication, personal emails are not appropriate. Always use your official organizational email. It also creates a security risk for the organization. To be taken seriously, always stick to your official domain. This ensures your communication is trusted, secure, and professionally archived. The to field. This line is exclusively for the person expected to take direct action. Always addressed to one single recipient. If you must include 2 or more people, you must explicitly state who is responsible for the reply. Keep the list focused to avoid confusion about who is actually in charge. Next, the CC field. This is for transparency, not action. Use this to keep stakeholders informed without expecting a reply. If you are CC'd, your job is simply to read and stay updated. Its primary purpose is simply to inform stakeholders so that everyone stays on the same page without cluttering the main discussion. BCC, blind carbon copy. This tool is essential because it protects recipient privacy by hiding everyone's email address from the group. It also physically prevents reply all accidents, ensuring one person can't spam everyone else. To use this effectively, place your distribution list in the BCC field for newsletters or mass announcements. Use reply when your answer is meant only for the sender. It directs your message exclusively to the to person. It keeps the conversation focused, respects privacy, and reduces unnecessary noise for everyone else. Use reply all strictly when every single person on the thread contributes to or needs the result. If even one person doesn't need to see it, think twice. Be careful not to clutter the team's inbox. Number 2, the subject line. Keep it clear and concise, ideally under 50 characters. Always include a call to action for immediate impact. Let's look at 2 key examples. If you need approval, be specific. Approval needed, Q2 budget proposal by Friday, or request for approval, new project plan review. If you need to talk, define the purpose and date. Meeting request, discuss Q, 1 results on May 15th, or schedule a meeting, project kickoff next week. Notice how both examples tell the recipient exactly what the email is about before they even open it. Finally, watch out for these mistakes. Never leave the subject line empty or use vague words like hello. Avoid all caps, it looks aggressive and unprofessional. And most importantly, never put sensitive info like salaries in the subject line. Now we arrive at the core of your message, the body of the email. We will start by discussing how to use professional greetings to set the right dynamic immediately. Then we will look at structure, ensuring you always be concise and simple to respect the reader's time. We will also cover the nuances of how you sound, specifically how to ensure clarity when you can't be seen or heard, and ensure your credibility remains intact by strictly checking your grammar and spelling. Use professional greetings. The opening of your email sets the dynamic for the conversation. To do this right, you should match the formality level, start formal. When addressing new contacts, default to safety by using professional titles, and maintain a business-first impression by strictly avoiding casual slang until you have earned that relationship. Here are some do's and don'ts. Use Dear Mr. or Miss or Hello Team, and avoid casual greetings and impersonal greetings like Hey guys, Yo, or to whom it may concern. Always be concise and simple. To respect your reader's time, you must state purpose first. Don't bury the lead. Put your request in the opening line. Next, visual clarity is key, so shorten all paragraphs to keep plenty of white space on the screen. For any list of items or steps, use bullet points to make the information scannable at a glance. To help you, we have displayed 2 templates on the screen. First, look at the approval request. Notice how the ask is immediate. Second, look at the meeting invite. Notice how the agenda is clearly defined. Use these structures to drive action in your next email. Maintain professional tone. Email lacks facial expressions, making it easy to be misunderstood. To prevent this, strictly avoid all caps, as typing in uppercase is universally read as shouting. You must also use neutral language, deliberately removing sarcasm or emotional outbursts to remain objective. If you are unsure how you sound, leverage AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, or Perplexity. Paste your draft and ask them to rewrite this to be professional and objective. This ensures you communicate clearly without creating unnecessary issues. Always review for tone. If you feel angry, draft the email, walk away, and edit it later to ensure it sounds professional. Grammar and spelling. A typo isn't just a mistake, it signals a lack of attention to detail. To avoid this, you must proofread multiple times. Each draft brings you closer to clarity. Furthermore, nothing offends a client faster than a misspelled identity, so always verify recipient name strictly. Finally, use the technology available to you. Leverage AI tools like Grammarly, ChatGPT, or Gemini to check your spelling and refine your tone as a non-negotiable final step. Email attachments. First, always rename files clearly. For example, changing scan 001 to a budget_report, so the recipient knows exactly what it is. Second, check size limits. If the file is over 10 MB, use the official company cloud link. Crucially, before you send, grant access to your recipients. Sending a link that asks for permission is a waste of everyone's time. Finally, don't assume they will see the paperclip icon. Mention the attachment explicitly in your message body. In the signature section, we will learn how to build your email signature correctly by ensuring you include contact info for backup communication. Your signature is a functional tool, so include contact info, like a phone number, in case email fails. Second, validate your legitimacy and add website link to direct them to your portfolio or company site. Finally, remove the clutter of images or quotes and keep design clean to maintain a strictly professional image. And finally, best practices, where we master the tools that keep business moving. We will strategies for effective inbox management to keep your mind clear. You will also learn the etiquette of when to set out of office to manage expectations, why you must strictly respect working hours for yourself and others, and the critical rule to respond within 24 hours to maintain your professional reputation. Inbox management. Instead of working from a chaotic main list, organize your workspace and use specific folders to categorize projects or clients. However, keep it manageable. Limit your folders to between 5 to 6. When processing these items, efficiency is key, so apply 4D's rule. Instantly decide to delete, delegate, defer, or do it. Meanwhile, to keep your focus sharp, configure your settings to automatically filter non-urgent mails, like newsletters, out of your immediate view. Set out of office. When you go on leave, silence can be misinterpreted as negligence. To prevent this, simply state your absence date so people know exactly when you return. You should also provide backup contact details, directing urgent matters to a colleague to keep the workflow moving. This simple courtesy helps you manage response expectations, ensuring no one thinks they are being ignored while you are away. Respond within 24 hours. Responding to emails within 24 hours does not mean wasting your entire day in that app. To work efficiently, set specific intervals to check your inbox, ideally just 2 or 3 times a day. When you do check, be deliberate, open, read, and do the needful action immediately. Also, ensure you keep notification sounds off to protect your focus. If you cannot answer fully in that moment, simply send a holding reply. The only wrong move is silence, so never leave a sender guessing. Let's summarize anatomy of a professional email. From selecting the right recipient to ensure accountability lands where it belongs, to crafting a sharp subject line that frames the priority before the click, and structuring the body to drive action without ambiguity. When you combine these elements with a proper signature to provide immediate verification and adherence to our core protocols to guarantee consistency across all company communications, you transform a simple message into a professional tool. This framework is your guide to getting it right every single time. Let this be your guiding principle. Effective communication is the mark of a true expert. It goes beyond simple etiquette. It is about respecting the time and attention of every professional. So, before you click send, ensure your message delivers value, because ultimately your communication is your reputation.